How many lives have to be taken before everyone says enough? And you might be thinking I'm talking about gun control. I'm not. We should regulate it more, have better background checks, mental psychic tests to make sure they're stable. But no one's talking about abortions, or at least to the scale of they're talking about guns now. But why? Abortions in 2014 CDC, their statistic, 600 more than 600,000 legal induced abortions. Why is it legal to take away a life for your own convenience? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be legal to take away a life for your own convenience. And even if you add in the fact of rape or incest, it's less than 3% of all abortion, the reasons for someone to have an abortion. Why should it be allowed? On to the next thing. Why is David Hogg such a big, monumental thing for the left? If anything, he's just fear-mongering about how it's so horrible and how Cruz is getting money from the NRA and children are worth $1.05, which is baloney. Lives are worth much more than that, yet the left allows abortions and they're pro-choice and it's like, my choice, my body, my choice. Why? There is never a good reason to take away a life unless you're protecting yourself, your family, your country. If you're doing it for the right reasons, it's fine. But if it's just for your inconvenience and you weren't ready, that's your fault. Own up to it. Don't take away the child's right to live. When does it become morally acceptable or unacceptable to take a life when it's not of your convenience? When should your rights be taken away from you because something bad happened? When there's multiple other options on how to stop a shooting from happening again. Better background checks. Better psyche tests. Like just psychic tests in general, actually, because not a lot of people have them or have to take them. What about it's stupid how people rally behind a leader just because they don't like the other side. Just because they're not for someone, they're against them. There's no in between. And I think more people should be in between, if anything. Instead of picking one side because they're like, I've always voted this way, I've been raised this way, so I'm always going to stay that way because the other side is wrong and they're never going to be right. Should be more accepting, but also be more tolerant. Which I'm tolerant to an extent, of course. Like, a lot of people are. But there's an underlying feeling of just that person is stupid for believing that. So we need to unite as a country and work on this together instead of just saying, ban all guns, take away AR-15s, which are military-grade weapons, which they aren't military-grade weapons, and they're not assault weapons, because a girl said this to me in my class, and she said, an AR-15 is an assault weapon. I told her that's wrong, and I should have said, instead of saying it's wrong, but everything is an assault weapon if you assault someone with it. If I hit someone with a book, it's an assault weapon. If I hit someone with a bat, it's an assault weapon. If I hit you with anything to cause you harm, it's an assault weapon. If I punch you, I'm assaulting you with my fist. So my fist is an assault weapon. So instead of attacking the guns, attack the cause. Because he could have caused as much damage with a different kind or type of weapon with an AR-15. If it was a handgun, they probably wouldn't be going after it. But since the AR-15 looks scary, and it looks like it can do so much damage because it has skeletized grips and things, it's stupid how they're going after our rights. Because the police and the FBI didn't do their job of checking in, sending the boy to jail or correctional facility, something. We're talking about how it's the gun's fault. And if it's the gun's fault, then pencils, misspelled words, cars crash. It's their fault the cars crash. It's people not accepting the responsibility, not taking the responsibility of their actions. Like David Hogg's defending the police officer that didn't go in the school and try to stop the shooter when 17 people were being murdered. Why is that police officer not getting sentenced to jail or fired? It is asinine that people just rub it off their shoulders and say, well, he has a family. Those people in that school also had a family. It was a police officer's job to protect them. Why? I just feel like this problem is not being handled correctly. I feel like David Hogg is fear-mongering. I feel like no one's talking about Kyle Kashuv and what he's saying needs to happen, which I believe he's right on. And David Hogg's just like, take away the guns, take away the AR-15s, never again, which I believe it should never happen again. But I believe he's doing it in the wrong way. But I would like for you guys to come to your own conclusions and tell me in the comments below how you feel about it. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. If you did not like the video, please tell me and I will comment. I promise. Until next time.